Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, and a quick, phenomenal achievement by Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing and you, the audience. We are one of two achievements complete to be monetized. We have won over a seldomly achieved but much appreciated club to be into, an elite club of the 4,000 watch hour club. We have now completed one main task of 4,000 watch hours. And I remember back in April when we had one watch hour, I said, fuck me, I'm never going to get there. And because of you, the beautiful audience, we have now achieved that goal. And the only thing we're waiting on to be monetized and to unlock the full potential of the YouTube channel of Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing that's not working right now, is to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're at 724 and rising quickly, and we appreciate all that support. And if you're listening to the channel, one of the 40% of the people that listen, or nearly 1,000 people, 600 people a day that are new, stop being a shyster, a fleecer, and a hustler, and a charlatan, and hit that subscribe button in a super simple, easy way to help sidestep and spread the message of truth and liberty in the trading market, right? Let's look at the coins real quick. You can see gold's not really doing anything. Oh, and also, we had a phenomenal trade that had happened so quick yesterday. I didn't get a chance to post it here. But you see this right here? We put a Tesla put. We bought it for $190 right before 10 o'clock. And then we sold it right before 11 o'clock. And we bought it for $190 and we sold it for $285. And then we bought $1,000 worth of some bullshit fun that spiked, and we were down $200 in after hours. So all this right here was eating away my profit. Then I was down $200 in after hours total. And then when I woke up this morning, it popped phenomenally, and we got out of that immediately and didn't care if the price is going to continue to rise, because we went from being down $200 to up 75, and we exited our position, and then the price tanked after that, right? So we did phenomenal yesterday. We made $450 in 2 swing trades. They all happened so fast, I didn't get a chance to put them on here, but it was just a phenomenal call. We used our trading indicators and our technical chart to short Tesla about 10 minutes before it had a 7.5 or 8% flash crash, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in Tesla, it's a phenomenal move. And all the options dumped and all the puts got bought up. And I made a phenomenal 100 and something percent in about an hour, right? So looking at the coins now while you're all here, we looked at Dent earlier, right? And it's continued to come down. We'll take a look for Jerome, because I know he loves Dent and he likes to follow it. And he's a loyal, original member and subscriber that contributes to the channel often by commenting and sharing the channel and watching the video. So we appreciate his support. And we thought there was an outside chance that we could come up here, what we were watching for. And we remember yesterday and the last few days, especially yesterday, we emphasized that 200-day moving average in green. When we were sitting up here the last several days, we said you're bullish as long as you're above that 200-day moving average in the 3 or 4 hour time frame. And right here, we're in a 3 hour time frame. And I was telling you and trying to emphasize in a super simple, easy way to trade this manipulated market, and fleece heist and shiest, the fleece heisters and shysters, right? And walk away with all the fucking money. I told you, if it breaks this 200-day moving average with our industry exclusive drawing tool right here, then we're bearish. And then we're probably coming down here to retest, and we're getting awfully close there. And now I would say you're bearish. I wouldn't be entering in any position in this coin if you're trying to swing trade it. It's got to come down to support, and then we got to reanalyze it here, right? That's where I think it's going to go down in a super simple, easy way. We're below that 200-day moving average, Jerome, my lovely subscriber. So I would say you're bearish now, because in the 4 hour time frame and the 3 hour, you've closed below, or you broke below it. And now if you break below it in the 3 hour time frame and close below it, that's very bearish, right? So that's been changing news that we broke bearish after being bullish for several days to weeks in Dent. What else do we got here? Another one, it's on my other list. Another subscriber donated generously to the channel, and I've been meaning to keep this into the realm of things. And the last time we looked over this, see, this is what I was putting on last night in our beta test live stream. We could have a head and shoulders in harmony. You got your left shoulder that I put, right? Then you got your head, and now it's coming back down to trade into the neckline, and then you pump back out here a right shoulder, right? And then there's your head and shoulders. But I wanted to keep this more into the loop, and when we broke this down, this was a new coin, so we like to zoom out in a super super simple, easy, step-by-step technical analysis to sidestep and audible the criminal gangster cartel. And we can see there's not a lot of support, so we just were running upper resistance to kind of try to get an upper support area. And then your lower support, there's really not a whole lot to work with here until you zoom in into the daily time frame to get more beautiful glowing data points. And by data points, I mean candle wicks. And by candle wicks, I mean there's more daily candle wicks than there are weekly candle wicks, right? And then we zoom on in a little bit closer to get even more in the 4 hourly. And now we start to see a little bit going on here. We had kind of this rising channel of upper resistance, and that's why you start from a far out time frame, so you can try to see and get an understanding of where the price action was, and then you can kind of price predict and see where the price action might go. So you can see this is kind of a long-term support zone down there. It likes to bounce off it all into here, right? You see that it bounced off it all into there and then catapulted up in its phenomenal orgasmic pump. Then it hit our upper trend line up there as we pull out our industry exclusive rapidly rising in the crypto sphere. I told you I'd make this famous. Check my first few videos. Hello, I'm me up here. I said I was going to pull out the industry exclusive perching tool and I would make it YouTube famous. All the stock analysis would say, hi, I'm pulling out my line tool with an arrow because they're jabronis. This is the perching tool, right? And you can see we hit our upper resistance off there as we pumped up, and now we're coming down. And we're probably going to come to the 200-day moving average. As you know, on phenomenal pump ups or downs in the 2, 3, or 4 hour time frame, after a phenomenal pump up, wherever they finally top off at, they love to run to that 200-day moving average. Because by the time it hit it, it would be up in here, right about where the 50 is, right? If it hits it tomorrow. But if it comes straight down, you're looking down towards that 200-day moving average. They love to do that. And then I would watch out for it as the volume now down here starts to decline. As you can see, we got Harmony 1 in the top left. Then over on the right side, since I'm on my phone, we got your price action from lower to higher, right? Then we got your volume. And then this beautiful little grayish, bluish line that's running through the middle, that's your volume mean. That's the mean volume. And you can see we were rising here as we were coming off a pump, but it's overall declining from the last pump. So that's bearish. And that gave you, that's a hidden divergence. So you have a high and a higher high in the price, and you have a high and a lower high in the volume. That's a bearish divergence, right? That's a hidden bearish divergence where the volume's telling you bearishness, but the price action's saying bullishness. That's trying to tell you hiddenly. They call it a hidden divergence. It's trying to tell you the price action is going to eventually top out and get exhausted soon, like it did, and then start to top out and come down because the volume's declining while the price is rising. That's very bearish. An up and sideways consolidation and a crashing volume high and lower high in volume with a high. See, high in volume. Super simple, easy ways to write down in your notepads how to sidestep in technical trading the criminal gangsters, right? The Ohio State University, brother. You can see the volume peak on the 8th of October, and then the volume spike on the 8th and 9th of October. And then it crashes and consolidates with the price. And then your next pump in volume coincided with the regional high in price, but the volume didn't come anywhere near there. So that's a high and a lower high, bearish. And bullish price is a hidden bearish divergence. If you're just looking at the stock, you're thinking everything's great. But if you're looking at the volume and know what you're looking at with a hidden bearish divergence, you know the price was going to come down, and that's what it's going to do. I think it's coming to the 200-day moving average. So we're going to mark that and kind of watch this over the next days to maybe a week or maybe even today because the price action's moving a lot. We'll see if it comes and retests that underneath support right there on the 200-day moving average. And then if we go into XRP, as you know, Vincenzo is killing XRP in the game. It's midway through the third quarter, and Vincenzo is phenomenally up 37-17 after the running back had a phenomenal juke move to the right, ran up the right side of Michigan Stadium, broke a tackle, spun back towards the middle of the field, crossed the 50, and just with his pure athleticism and speed, finished the 86-yard touchdown run to put Michigan up 37-17 and a stranglehold over XRP in our game that started way back here is when our game started, right, way over here. We know I was going to watch a Michigan foosball game when the Fighting Jim Harbaughs and the Wolverines were going to play the Nebraska Cornhuskers, right? It was a night game. It was a Saturday night game. It was about 7 p.m. Eastern time. I put a video after this candle pumping down, And I had a videos out here saying it was going to pump up near this line, and then we're going to start a 46.69% collapse. And I said, no, go watch the video. I just posted a link to a comment earlier. I said I was going to quote, bam, and then quote, unquote, get rejected. And then come down here. This blue line would be your first support. Then you could bounce up here, right? And then you would come down, and then we would see if it consolidates, which it did. And we diagnosed this bearish continuation pattern in XRP right here of a descending triangle where you have, let's go over this super simple and easy with our industry exclusive and hotly rising in the YouTube sphere perching tool. You can see that high that we call the rejection from the green ring, right? Then it came down, right? And fucking in the daily, the green ring acted as the resistance. And then it came down to your lower support one, a horizontal lower support. Then it pumped up to upper resistance 2. Then it crashed to lower support, but wick past it. But that's why I don't use the wicks. I use candle bodies. Wick past it. Now you've confirmed the pattern. 2 hits on the top. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, 2 hits on the bottom. Then you pumped up again and got rejected like we told you would. Then you came down and hit support for 3 and 3. Overly confirms the pattern. Then on this wick out, everybody thought it was coming. I don't care what channel you go to. They said the price was more than likely at least double topping up there at $1.22 or even coming way up there. And Vincenzo, specifically me, Vincenzo made a video saying this is more than likely a fake out. You're going to trade back down within this triangle, finish it out, and then break down. And we had this here when the price was back in here, and reemphasized it when it was up here that the targeted move was not way up here. And we were calling for it to sell off, which it did, and the price was going to eventually, which it came down quickly, less than 24 hours later, exactly to the targeted move. And this, watch the video from yesterday when the price was pumping up here and everybody was happy, was already on the table. I already had this on the technical trading chart. I already had this, fib circle, descending lines that are still there, has been here since the price was back here. We told you the pattern we were in. We put the targeted move when the price would look like it was going to break up to the layman and to the sheeple. But to Vincenzo with his technical trading chart, we had our target down there and we held firm with it yesterday. We even circled it and said we're holding firm when the price was 112 and rising. We said it's going to get rejected, or I said it's going to get rejected, and it's going to come down there. And you can see the price wick down exactly to the target because Vincenzo's gold crypto investing in a super simple, easy way to technical trade this market. Phenomenally knows how to isolate himself out of the market and unbiasedly put out what he sees using his basket of indicators in a probability-based trading way to maximize your profit. Yes, you, my subscribers, profit, so you can sidestep Audible, fleece, heist, and shyst, the fleece heisters and shysters, and the charlatans, and the snake oil salesmen, and the heisters, the criminal gangsters, right, and the YouTube hustlers that are out here trying to fleece, heist, and shyst you with a bunch of nonsense when they keep constantly changing and not being transparent with you, the beautiful audience. So help spread this message. We've been 69 and a half steps ahead of the criminal gangsters. We have not been fooled. Vincenzo's dominating in this game and will continue to dominate in XRP as it's been a phenomenal call. The only YouTuber on here to make that phenomenal call, as I've never called for any pump up to 146 until we meet our 46.69% collapse target. Then we can talk about some kind of pumps, but that is far and away off. Just like we've been all over XLM telling you this price was going to go down and trade between these two rings, and we haven't had to do much updates on this because there hasn't been a lot of action. The only action in here for the past several weeks has been this orange ring. We told you it's going to act as upper resistance up here if it ever gets there, and it's acting as lower support down here, and it's in a tightening range, and it's just going to trade between it where you got your upper resistance there, your lower support there, right? And it's just going to trade in between this until I believe this is going to come down to the next support ring down there. Super simple, easy ways to trade this manipulated market with Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Like, subscribe, and share. Continue the support. Continue to follow us as we continue on our journey, yes, to 1,000 subscribers. Peace and love. Peace and love.